Vlogmas day 10. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You saw the thumbnail, the title, all the good stuff. You know what we're talking about today, so let's just jump right into it. I just wrote down some things that I find insanely helpful when I am going through a period of increased difficulty with my mental health, specifically with like anxiety. You guys already saw the first thing I do. I make myself a warm cup of something, usually not coffee unless it's decaffeinated, because if I'm already anxious and in this heightened state, obviously coffee is going to make that worse. So I made a uncaffeinated tea. It's got lavender and chamomile in it. And then I also just add in a tiny bit of sweetener and then a tiny bit of heavy cream. It's just relaxing, the smell, the taste, it's just all, it's so perfect. So just finding a drink that really kind of just soothes your soul, it hits you and you just kind of like melt into it a little bit. That's what this does for me. The next thing that you guys already saw, but you don't know that you saw, is comfy clothing. Wearing comfortable, not tight clothing. I notice, especially if I have to go do something or go to an event that makes me anxious, if I am wearing something that is tight and I have to worry about my appearance, my anxiety is going to be through the roof. I'm obviously not going anywhere right now, so these are the clothes I chose to wear. Is a big sweater. I have leggings and my favorite cozy socks on. This just helps me to feel the most comfortable in my own body that I could possibly feel at that moment. So we all love music, right? And there are so many different kinds of music out there that can make us feel so many different ways. I have found a new love for the YouTube videos that have just like the backgrounds of coffee shops and then they have like ambient music over it. It's very just chill, relaxing. They had one that had like rain in the background in the fall that I loved. They had a Halloween one. I'm sure there's Christmas ones. I just haven't pulled those up yet because I really love the coffee shop ones. Those are, I don't know what it is about the music, the tunes, it just levels me out so stinking much. I play it all the time while I'm editing YouTube videos, while I'm doing meal plans for my clients, just literally while I'm doing anything. I love listening to it because it just helps me calm down so much. So I'm not really a big journaling person. I have never really written down my feelings in a journal or even know how to journal. I've tried to look up YouTube videos on how to journal, like guided journals and things like that. They're not very helpful for me. They just almost make me feel a little more overwhelmed because I don't know what I'm doing, even though there's no rhyme or reason to it. I don't know. But I found this book and it is called Create Your Own Calm. And it says it's a journal for quieting anxiety, and it is the best. I know I have shared this with you guys before, but I am dead serious. The things in this book that it teaches you and it makes you think about are absolutely phenomenal. And honestly, it has just helped me so much to think of a deeper meaning to so many different things. I'm honestly not great at remembering to do this either. It sits at my bedside table, but I don't quite remember to do it all the time. But I have found an app that is free and it's called 5-Minute Journal. And it's also kind of guided. I mean, it leaves it open for you, but it also has like some prompts to it, and it is also amazing. Like, it makes you do daily affirmations and you have to write them yourself. So it's like, okay, what am I grateful for today? Like, we can get in such a negative mindset and just forget about all the positives that we have around us, and that one really helps me to feel centered. It has a morning section and an evening section. I do find myself forgetting to do it, but then it reminds me on my phone. I'm like, oh yeah, I need to just take maybe not even 5 minutes, just to think about my morning, reflect on my morning and my goals for the day. And then the same thing in the evening. It notifies me, and it's absolutely fantastic, and it's free. They have a premium version. I have no idea what that entails because I just use the free part. I have never been able to meditate in the way I usually think of meditating, like sit there, quiet your thoughts, all of those things. My brain does not shut up, and I am not good at shutting it up. But there are a few things I have found that work for myself that are kind of like meditating, grounding thing. The first one is I will just tap into my 5 senses wherever I am at. For example, I have used this before in a bathroom at a job because I was having a panic attack. I sat in there and I said, okay, breathe. What do you smell? So I took a deep breath in and I smelled cleaner because it had just been cleaned. Okay, what do you feel? And I felt the cold air around me. I didn't actually touch anything around me. I felt the cold air around me. And then what do you hear? So I closed my eyes. I hear footsteps in the hallway. That's what I heard. So you can literally do this anywhere, but just ask yourself questions about all the 5 senses. What can you hear right now? What can you feel? What can you smell? What can you touch? And then also, what can you taste? So just tapping into those kind of helps you get out of your own head and back into the world around you. To the same tune, I used breathing techniques as a physical therapist assistant for a lot of my patients to help with many different benefits, but I have found that a lot of the breathing techniques we use for rehabilitation and therapy purposes also really helped me with my anxiety. So one of those is called pursed lip breathing. So you take a deep breath in, and then on the way out, you purse your lips, so like you're blowing through a straw. And what this does is it helps you to slow your breath and slow your heart rate. When I am feeling like I cannot catch my breath, I am struggling to actually find my breath, diaphragmatic breathing is the best option. So to perform diaphragmatic breathing, what you're gonna do is you're gonna sit in a chair that's comfortable, or you can stand, whatever position is most comfortable for you. And then the focus is to breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds. And while you're breathing in, your chest or your diaphragm is going to be pushing out against your hands. And then you're gonna breathe out through your mouth for 4 seconds, and your hands should be going in with your diaphragm. So let's do that. Ready? Get a nice comfy position. Hands on your rib cage down here, just below your chest. Breathe in and out. That just really helps me to catch my breath and makes me feel like I'm taking those big deep breaths in when I almost feel like I can't catch my breath whatsoever. And it has been phenomenal for me. Now, there's another thing I do for my mental health that is pretty obvious. I live a ketogenic lifestyle. I eat keto so that my body is in ketosis, and I am running on ketones for fuel because that is what our brain runs the best on. It is the most efficient, and keto helps to reduce inflammation, and a lot of studies show that inflammation can actually increase the psychological disorders such as mental health, such as anxiety and depression. And eating food that makes you feel good is the best medicine for your mental health and your health overall. Eating whole, natural, nutrient-dense foods is probably the best thing I could ever do for my body. Giving myself the nutrients that it needs and not screwing up my hormones like I was pre-keto. That is absolutely phenomenal. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that this video helped you in some way. These are just some of my favorite things to do to help me with my mental health, and we need to talk about it more. And you guys know that I am an open book and will talk to you about my struggles and anything like that. So thank you so much for joining me, and take care of yourself mentally and physically, please, and thank you. I love you guys, and I will see you for day 11. Bye.